Every man wants to be the bad boy. So this is the guy that women all want to be with. This is the guy that all men actually want to become. Now you guys may see this guy in the movies, such as Brad Pitt in the movie Fight Club. Or maybe it's just someone that you know, that you went to school with, or somebody just walking down the street. They have this aura to them, and they have this look, this style to them that just looks so freaking badass. So in today's video, guys, I'm just going to break down 10 ways to actually look more like a bad boy. Because I'm sure that you guys have heard that you sometimes need to fake it to make it. So the first step to becoming a bad boy is to look like a bad boy. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the video. What's up, guys? My name is Austin Wayne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, guys, if you're new to the channel, I would love if you smash that subscribe button. I'm growing an awesome community on this channel. Also, guys, follow me on Instagram at AusWayne with 2 S's. I post some really fire content on that platform as well. Let's go. Okay, guys, so the first way for us to actually look like a bad boy is going to be how much space we are actually taking up. So whenever you walk into a room, how much space are you actually taking up? The average person, 80%, 90% of men, they walk into a room and they are very small. Their feet together, their arms together, arms crossed, like they look very tiny. So the key to actually looking like a bad boy is wherever you are, guys, take up space. Have a very wide stance. Whenever you sit down, have your legs open. Always have a wide open stance. This is going to be our first step, the first way to actually look more like a bad boy. Take your space and own every single room that you walk into as if you are the king walking into your kingdom. Number 2, guys, is going to be posture. So you can do this even if you don't feel like a bad boy, even if you are not a bad boy yet, you can improve your posture. Now, a lot of people, guys, they walk around just with this insecure posture. Guys, it's like every room that they walk into, they just seem so freaking insecure. Like they walk in, their head's down, their shoulders are down. No, that's not what we're gonna do. We're going to stand straight up. We're gonna roll those shoulders back, just like that. Roll them all the way back. We're not hunching whatsoever. Face is going to be all the way up, guys. We're going to be making eye contact with everybody. If anything, you want your head looking slightly up. Just have that kind of cocky confidence to you as if you are that guy, you are that person. Now, in addition to this, guys, is also going to be the way that you actually walk with this posture. So the best way to actually look like a bad boy when walking is actually going to be to walk slower. So you want to walk slow, take up space, guys, and have a lot of confidence to you. Almost imagine yourself like a male lion walking down these sidewalks. Number 3, guys, is going to be one of the most basic ways to look more bad boy. Obviously, it's just going to be a basic leather jacket. Now, the other style to me can be a little bit cheesy, almost like you're trying too hard. So I like the very simple, just straight down, simple lapel type of leather jacket. Now, obviously, guys, this has a lot of stigma just all throughout movies, all throughout culture, that this is more so of the basic go-to bad boy look. So obviously, I had to include it in this. Now, once you actually get a good leather jacket, it fits you. It should feel like you are wearing almost a plate of armor. You know, like you go out into public and there's almost like this power to it whenever you're wearing it. If you do not have a leather jacket, you may not know what I'm talking about, guys. But the leather jacket will just add that aura, add that confidence to you anywhere that you walk, that you are a bad boy. Okay, guys, number 4 is going to be all black. So obviously I've spoken about this in the past. Now, guys, I'm personally a minimalist, so this is one of the main reasons I actually do this, just to keep my wardrobe very minimal, and so I'm not overdoing anything, and I don't have to fatigue my brain just putting together outfits for the day. I think it's a complete waste of time. But now, guys, all black is going to look so badass. It will look so mysterious, and this is also one of the best ways to look like a bad boy, because you see all these models, you see all these celebrities, you see all these creative people, like artists, people like this. Most of the time they are wearing all black because it looks mysterious, it looks bad boy. This is why you see people like Eric Northman rocking the all black, because it looks so cool, guys. This is the way to do it if you want to appear more like a bad boy. Up next, guys, is we have rings, okay? Now, you can get any kind of rings that you want, but I actually recommend real sterling silver just because it's actually going to last, and you can certainly see the difference. But now, you look at anybody, guys, all the bad boys throughout history, like Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa, like, what is one thing that most of these men have in common is they love rings. And obviously, guys, some people say they look feminine, but the thing is, the key to actually looking like a bad boy is by mastering this balance of the masculine and the feminine. So if you can throw in a little bit of feminine objects, but have the confidence to rock with it in a very masculine way, it'll look so much more bad boy. So rings are definitely a go-to. I love animals. So animals are typically my go-to. Like Gucci, they have a selection of like all animal rings. So that's always kind of been my inspiration. Now currently, guys, I have a dragon and then a lion, but choose whatever you want to. You don't have to do animals. That's just kind of my go-to whenever it comes to rings. Up next, guys, is that we have hair. So if you do not take care of your hair, it does not look good. You don't have a specific hairstyle for your actual face shape, you will not look like a bad boy. A bad boy is going to look as attractive as possible and have a very good hairstyle. And now in addition to this, guys, your hair is not always going to be perfect. Sometimes it's going to be messy and you're not too OCD about it, you know? That's going to just have that aura that you are a bad boy. You actually don't care very much. Now, guys, I've said this before, but if you have a chiseled jawline, in my opinion, the best haircut is actually something very similar to this. So short on the sides, short on the back, but then long on top. So the hair on top, guys, is actually going to contrast with your jawline. So it has like the softness of the hair on top with the sharpness of the jawline itself. So contrast is typically pretty much all throughout nature, guys. It's going to help you maximize any sort of aesthetics. So this is also why, in addition to this, if you have a more round face, not as much of a chiseled jawline, something closer to like a buzz cut will actually look more bad boy-esque, just because once again you're having that contrast, because the hair is very sharp and tight up top, but then you have that roundness on the face. So if you have the sharpness of the face, you want softness on top. Okay, guys, number 7 is going to be the hat. Now look at me right now, guys. I look like a very nice guy. I look like I pay my taxes. I look like a good citizen with my hat facing forwards. So you have the baseball cap, guys. That's step 1. But now step 2, if we want to bad boy it up, we got to switch it around just like that. Now, obviously, we are kind of in douchebag mode, but I think it looks pretty cool. Now, this one's actually just all leather, and I got it from Zara. I freaking loved it. So that'll actually help a little bit too, guys. Just having something more unique that not everybody actually has. That'll look a lot cooler. Up next, guys, is going to be kind of the same effect. So lots of people, guys, whether you go to your job, whatever it is, but lots of people obviously rock button-up shirts. Now, the long-sleeve button-up shirt, specifically in black, is one of the best go-tos, in my opinion, especially on a night out, anything like this. But a lot of guys, you have it all the way buttoned up. Now, this obviously looks very square. You look very just cookie cutter at this point. Like, once again, you look like you pay your taxes. You look very just normal, I suppose. So, one thing that we can do to look more bad boy is to obviously unbutton it. So, how extreme you want to go is up to you. But personally, I go kind of all the way. So just like that. So just like that. So obviously, if you have that chest development too, so you have a very defined chest, this will look even cooler. And guys, it will just be oozing that sex appeal whenever you actually rock your button-ups like this. Because women especially, they love to see that upper chest. They love to see that neck development. So if you can show it off, guys, by unbuttoning your shirt just a little bit more, it's going to look a lot cooler. Up next, guys, is going to be the bandana. Now, obviously, this wouldn't be something I would typically recommend, but in the state of the world, I'm not going to say any keywords just so this video does not get flagged. But obviously, guys, we need to cover our face occasionally. So the best way to do this, in my opinion, is with the bandana. I think it looks very rebellious. It looks very just bad boy. I mean, obviously, all throughout history, people who would wear bandanas, especially over their face, would be bandits, like robbers, like people like this. People who are just the exact representation of bad boy. So obviously this will level up your looks, guys, to just add that extra edge to you. That will just make people so freaking curious about what is underneath that bad boy exterior. And last but not least, guys, number 10, you may know what I'm going to say, but you need to become a bad boy. That's how to look like a bad boy. It's just that confidence, that air of like, you do not care what anybody else has to say. You're a bad boy. You're going to do exactly what you want to do. Now, guys, there's a couple different ways to actually do this. One is obviously going to be becoming an entrepreneur. Just because the risk associated with it, not a lot of men are willing to actually take this risk. So if you're actually able to become an entrepreneur and make a good, decent income with it, that is like the most badass thing that you can possibly do. So it's much better than just actually looking like a bad boy, but going on your way to actually becoming one. Now, in addition to this, guys, it's just taking risks in general. So if you see a pretty woman that you want to go talk to, you go talk to her and you do not care. If you want to go travel, guys, and you want to go across the world completely alone and experience the world, you're going to do it because you are a bad boy. You take risks. That's what you do. That is a part of the bad boy culture. You're like Han Solo, guys, reaching every square inch of the planet, doing whatever you want, going on all kinds of little adventures because you are a bad boy. That is how to look like one, guys, is to actually become one. Okay, guys, that is it for today's video. Once again, I'm a certified personal trainer. If anybody watching this happens to need help with your fitness goals, please hit the link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin Wayne. Now, guys, I've helped hundreds of people chisel the physiques of Greek freaking gods. So if you want to be next, hit that link in the description box. Now, also, guys, if you're new to the channel, I would love if you hit that little subscribe button because, once again, I'm growing an awesome community. Also, guys, like this video to push it out into that YouTube algorithm. That's it. I'm gone. I love each and every one of you guys. Peace.